right there. We're just sitting here talking about hospice care because that's what everybody does on a rainy Monday afternoon. Hospice care as a definition, because you just said what? What does everyone think about hospice care?
Many people believe that hospice kills people. They believe that if their loved ones are eligible for hospice, that means that hospice will come in and end their lives. When in fact, what hospice often does is extend their lives because it improves their quality of life, and they're more able to cope with their disease, and their quality the quality of their time and their interactions, that emotional boost can actually extend people's lives and give them time to resolve things that they need to resolve and say the goodbyes that they need to say. So hospice actually helps people live better until they die. It's a better death.
So people, like we just said a minute ago, people lump hospice and palliative care all into one. What do you think the difference between hospice and palliative care is?
Okay, palliative care can start long before anyone's close to death. That's also about quality. That's a quality of life issue. Palliative care is keeping people comfortable. Palliative care is managing pain, whether that's physical pain, emotional pain, psychological pain, all of that can be addressed through palliative care. Palliative care is making your life better until the time that your life does begin to slip away. And at that point, you transition into hospice, and then hospice takes over, and they make that time the very best it can be until it's over.
Yeah,
Does that
it's just
answer your question?
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy to me that we don't talk about this, especially, today's Monday, so we're talking about it on MetsMonday, but those with metastatic disease need to be talking about it. And I know that they want to talk about it, but they're so scared to talk about it with their loved ones. And, neither one of us have Mets,
Okay,
but we
super hard.
Say it again, Leah.
I'm sorry, there's a little bit of a lag.
Yeah.
It's super hard to talk about it with their loved ones, but hospice people who are trained in hospice can facilitate those conversations too. So there's the other benefit to having palliative care on board that merges into hospice at the right time, is that you have facilitators for these conversations. You have social workers, you have chaplains, you have nurse case managers, whoever can facilitate these conversations, and they can bring up the conversations can bring up a lot of anger, sadness, of course, but a lot of anger and fear, and so having that support network to be with you and to sit with you and your family, whatever that family is, whatever that looks like, your loved ones, is invaluable. It really can make really make dying better.
I know a lot of people don't know why you know all this. Tell us why you know all this.
I went into hospice. I went into nursing because I cared for my father as he died in my home, and I had a hospice nurse. We had a hospice team come in, and he died of cancer, and I was blown away by the support that I received from those people. Blown away. And after he died, the day after he died, I said, I'm going back to school. And so I went and got my RN, and I worked in the hospital on the floor for a few years because I wanted to develop my skills so that I could be strong and autonomous in the field, because I wanted to be a hospice nurse. And so I was.
Well, I think that this was an important and enlightening conversation for those that I know are going to watch it, because hospice chat is a very scary conversation to have, but I think the way you just worded it makes it less scary, because you presented it in a way that is understandable. It's not about dying, it's about their quality of life in the end.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Awesome.
So, cool.